Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Murray Sports Historian back again with another wrestling video. Haven't uploaded one of these since I think the last WrestleMania video that I uploaded, so it's been a while. We got a lot to talk about. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Let's not waste no time. First off, I want to talk about the current state of the WWE World Title holders, that being Liv Morgan and Damian Priest on Raw and Bayley and Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. I feel like in terms of overall storyline, I think that Liv's storyline with what she has with the Judgment Day and what's going on with Dom, I think that overall is probably the storyline that I'm enjoying the most. I like all of the interactions between Liv and Dom. Rhea just came back, so that's adding a new layer to the storyline, and it should conclude by SummerSlam. So I think we got 2 more Raws before that happens. I'm recording this on July 22nd, so I think we got 2 more Raws before SummerSlam, including today. So yeah, I'm very much so enjoying that, and I'm looking forward to hopefully Liv retaining her title at SummerSlam. I don't want them to just put the title back on Rhea. Not that I don't like Rhea, but I feel like Rhea had her reign. Let's go and let's give Liv a little bit more shine, a little bit more better quality matches before we decide to eventually take the title off for whoever. But yeah, I'm liking Liv's story so far. As far as Priest, I feel that his reign since WrestleMania has been good. There have been slight hiccups here and there. The botch at Money in the Bank, where either he was knocked out or just like forgot to kick out or some shit, or Drew's music didn't. I don't know. But the match up until that point was very, very good when it was just Damian Priest and Seth Rollins. I feel good about Damian Priest's reign thus far. I enjoyed the Jey Uso match. I very much so enjoyed the Drew McIntyre match at Clash at the Castle, and that last promo that Gunther and Damian Priest had, that promo battle that they had, I've been kind of on Gunther's side because Gunther's just one of the best wrestlers in the world and in WWE, so I've kind of wanted him to take that mantle of World Heavyweight Champion. But I don't know, bro. Priest does well as a babyface, and he's been kind of towing that line between babyface and heel. He hasn't been pure heel for, I don't think, any part of this title reign, save for the day that he won it, something like that. So moving on to Bayley, I've liked Bayley's reign. I think that her matches have been good. I think that she's also had the most unpredictable reign up. Well, she has the most unpredictable reign up until this point, just because does she lose to Nia Jax at SummerSlam? I don't know. Does Nia Jax win, and does Tiffany cash in on Nia? I don't know. Does Tiffany cash in on Bayley after Nia loses? Stuff like that. So her title reign is very unpredictable at this point. We don't know what's going to happen, and I think that she's put on solid matches as well. I will say that I would have liked to see more intricate and better layered storylines with her so far, but they haven't been bad. They've just been they've been there, and I've enjoyed them. I specifically enjoyed that Piper Niven promo that she cut right before Clash of the Castle. I thought that was very, very good, and I don't know, I think people are kind of iffy on Bayley's reign so far. I've enjoyed it, but then again, it don't take very much to please me, and I already like Bayley as is, so I don't know. Moving on to Cody Rhodes, Mr. Cody Rhodes. They pulled him back into the Bloodline Matrix again, which I'm hoping that after SummerSlam he gets pulled away from that and we can see him with different challengers, because I, for one, am very tired of seeing Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes fight the Bloodline. Not that it's not entertaining television at times, but it's more world caliber. It's more world title caliber talent on that SmackDown roster, and we gonna keep doing this Bloodline thing. I get it, the Bloodline story is there and it's not going away anytime soon, but do they have to be in the world title picture every time that they're brought up? I don't know, and I don't necessarily like it. But Cody's reign has been fine. His matches have been great. His matches have been the best quality matches, just period, for all of the world title holders, which is a plus. I think he had it was AJ twice and then Logan Paul, which that Logan Paul match, at the end, it was like, yo, what are we doing? We getting into some crazy shit. I felt like they was just doing shit for the last like 3, 4, 5 minutes of that match. But I still enjoyed it. And Cody AJ too. That was such a great match. I think, was it Cody AJ 1? Yeah, it was Cody AJ 1 where because it was at Backlash, the France crowd was just electric in that building, and it really made for a special match. But as far as the world title holders go in WWE, I don't have any complaints right now. My probably biggest complaint would be, can we separate Cody Rhodes from the Bloodline if he's going to continue to be WWE champion? Because, bro, he won the title from the Bloodline. He had 2 challengers, and then immediately went back into the beef with the Bloodline. We didn't even get a SmackDown episode before he went back into the beef with the Bloodline. It was after the AJ Styles I Quit match, after he's walking back to Gorilla, and Solo and the Tongans come out. And it's like, all right, bro, like, I get it, but damn, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of titles, free to United States title, Logan Paul Levesque has held that title hostage for like 200 some days at this point. He's had 2 title defenses, both of them being good matches. Don't get me wrong, both of them were good matches. He had the DQ win over Kevin Owens, and then he had the triple threat at WrestleMania, which was, by the way, one of my favorite matches at WrestleMania. But like, bro, he's holding this title hostage, man. It's really making the SmackDown mid-card look bad when they got hella talent on that mid-card. Like, LA Knight should have been had a title on his shoulder. I don't know why it's taking so long for us to realize that LA Knight is like extremely over, and we should probably put a title on him. The yeah chance, they haven't gotten very much quieter, bro. Like, I don't understand it. And this is something that I've just consistently had a problem with since Triple H has taken over as the primary booker in WWE. He is a right moment merchant, bro. Everything has to happen on everything has to happen on SummerSlam, or everything has to happen at a Big 4, or like, bro, part of the allure of wrestling is the unpredictability aspect that you get. You know what's gonna happen, but we don't. So we're making predictions because we want to be wrong. We want to be like, yo, I wasn't expecting that. Like, that was some crazy shit. And if you're just gonna wait until the Big 4 pay-per-views every single year to make major decisions, it's like, all right, well, what the fuck is the point in having these other pay-per-views then? They're only B shows if you treat them as such. Meaning, like, there's no reason that we should have to wait for WrestleMania until the undisputed tag titles were split up. That didn't make any sense. They could have been split up. They could have been split up on Raw and SmackDown, to be honest. They could have just absorbed the Raw and SmackDown titles back into the Raw titles, gave them a new title, and then say, you know what, we're going to have a tag battle royal for the new SmackDown, or whatever it's called. I forget if it's the World or the WWE tag titles that are on SmackDown or on Raw. But regardless, you get what I mean. Like, everything doesn't have to lead into the conclusion happening at a Big 4 pay-per-view. When you do stuff like that, it kind of takes the air out of a bunch of these storylines, because, all right, you had something that could have been a 2-month feud. Now we're dragging it out to 4 months because we skipped the last pay-per-view. It was a B pay-per-view. We didn't want to change the title on like Payback or like Bad Blood or some shit like that. Nah, we gotta have it happen at SummerSlam because it's the biggest night of the summer, the biggest party of the summer. But like, why? Like, you can tell short, concise stories and have them be great stories. You don't have to write a novel, a chapter novel every time you want to write a story. Sometimes poems get the job done. Wait, that was a bar. Hold on, that was kind of a bar. I'm gonna keep that in the video. Sometimes poems get the job done, and I think that once Triple H realizes that, we'll be a lot better off just in enjoying WWE. Because that's really been my main complaint with him, is that everything has to take place at a Big 4 pay-per-view at the right moment. Like, bro, sometimes you gotta just pull the trigger, bro. It's okay to pull the trigger. Speaking of pulling the trigger, women's wrestling in WWE is like taking the focal point in 2024. We've gotten so many just amazing moments in women's wrestling in WWE specifically. Can we talk about that Money in the Bank ladder match? That was probably the best Money in the Bank ladder match I can think of in recent memory. And then when I say in recent memory, I say like the past 4 or 5 years-ish. This year, they was hooping in both the Money in the Bank matches. Actually, they was hooping last year. I think I just enjoyed the women's one a little bit less than the men's, but like they've been hooping in these Money in the Bank ladder matches. So I didn't think that the women were going to be able to top it. Hats off to them. I don't have a hat on, but hey, hats off to them because they showed they ass on that Money in the Bank ladder match, bro, and it was great. I think the right woman won, Tiffany Stratton. I would have preferred. My 3 preferred outcomes would have been Tiffany Stratton, in no order, by the way. Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green is so funny, bro. Chelsea Green is like my favorite comedy wrestler. I don't want to say ever, but like she's like my favorite comedy gimmick at the moment in WWE. She's hilarious. She steals the show whenever she's on screen, and I really hope that eventually she can get a title put on her. Because, bro, did y'all see the pop when she won that qualifying match to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match? I ain't gonna lie, I saw that pop and I was like, yo, I could kind of see her winning this thing. That's like, it was a little far-fetched, but shit, you saw how the match ended. She was second to last woman standing. She got pushed off a ladder into a table, and Tiffany Stratton came down with the briefcase. I'm not mad at it. Would I have maybe like to see Chelsea Green win that Money in the Bank? Yeah, but hey, I still think that the right woman won that ladder match, and it was just a really good ladder match just in general. But enough of that ladder match. SmackDown's women's roster in particular has I don't know what it is. SmackDown's women's roster, they keep me glued to my seat, whether it's Bayley's championship run or the emergence of Jade Cargill and her being a regular now on SmackDown, her teaming up with Bianca. I like that a bunch of the tag division stuff has happened on SmackDown. I still think that they should put the tag titles on one brand and then introduce a women's mid-card title onto the other brand, just so that there isn't talent traveling between Raw and SmackDown. I think that would just simplify things a lot. And well, I don't know. I just think it would simplify shit a lot. But yeah, man, SmackDown's women's roster is great. Like, I fuck with SmackDown's women's roster. Like, Naomi, since she's come back, I've enjoyed matches that she's in. Tiffany Stratton's call up, and now she's Miss Money in the Bank. Queen Naya's return since when did she return actually? I know she came back during the Royal Rumble, but I forgot when she actually returned. But she returned on Raw. Yeah, she returned sometime on Raw, but since she's been a member of SmackDown, she's been entertaining. Can't talk about the SmackDown women's roster without talking about Michin. It's just a lot of good things going on with the SmackDown women's roster right now. Speaking of things that I'm enjoying, NXT, bro. NXT is like a good thing about NXT is that a bunch of the matches, what they're doing is they basically running Shawn Michaels' greatest hits. And I first noticed this when it was a NXT women's title match between Roxanne Perez and Meiko Satomura. I think this was in 2023. It might have been in 2020, but I think it was in 2023, where after the match, Roxanne won, and then she like passed out and had to be carried out on a stretcher. A callback to when Shawn Michaels originally did it. I'm 22. Don't kill me for not originally knowing when Shawn Michaels did it, but I did know that it was a callback, and they did something similar to that with at Heatwave with how the main event ended. I think it was Trick Williams hit Ethan Page with a trick knee, and he just fell into the cover. Yeah, man, NXT is good television. NXT is good television, and I would be remiss. I would be very much so remiss talking about NXT without talking about the GOAT, Obafemi. Yo, never have him lose that North American Championship, ever. Have him bring it up to the main roster and just never lose it. Have him defend it still, but don't ever have him lose it, bro. Like, Obafemi is a beast. He looks insane. He's got the look, he's got the promo skills, he's got the in-ring work. They might got to fast track his call up. Well, I say that, but I don't know if they just want to like yoink all of the talent from NXT as it's emerging. He might need a decent NXT career, but I'm looking forward to that call up whenever it happens, bro. He's on the radar. And then last but not least, we're gonna talk about just upcoming hype for SummerSlam. I think the title matches are shaping up to be pretty good. Bayley versus Nia, they've both had very, very good matches as of recent. I've enjoyed Nia's work as of recent. I'm a Bayley fan. I'm hyped for that match. Another match I'm hyped for, with, again, going back to that last promo cut between the two, Gunther and Priest. Going into it, like, as we get closer, I'm starting to think that maybe Priest could walk out of SummerSlam as champion, especially with the Money in the Bank briefcase being out of the way and us not having to deal with that for another 365, basically. I think that I think that Priest can walk out as champion. I'm still going to probably predict that Gunther ends his reign and then starts his reign of terror on Raw. But that's a match that I'm absolutely looking forward to. Absolutely, for sure. Cody versus Solo. I mean, I'm sure it'll be a fine match. That match I'm only looking forward to because I think that Roman's going to return and it'll finally pull the Bloodline away from the WWE title. It's just the Bloodline cannot always be in the world title picture. The more that they're like forced into the world title picture, it's just like, bro, give us a break. Let us see Cody not on the back foot. Let us see Cody have an opponent who, I don't know. Let us see Cody with like Randy as an opponent. Let us see Cody with KO as an opponent. Like I'm very tired of seeing Cody Rhodes and the Bloodline interact so much. Like, keep the interactions, but like, bro, are we gonna center this entire Bloodline story with Solo as Tribal Chief, with the Tongans, now with Jacob Fatu? We're gonna center all of that around Cody still? Like, I don't know. I just feel like there's so much more better we could be doing with the Bloodline story if it's going to continue this way. So that's why I'm looking forward to Roman potentially coming back and pulling Solo and the Bloodline away from Cody. But as the title and as the thumbnail suggested, my most anticipated match for SummerSlam, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Hey, matter of fact, hold on. Let me pick back up my title, because Drew McIntyre, this is the old version. This is the old version. But you don't got one of these on your shoulder because you a bitch. Not actually. I fuck with Drew McIntyre, but like, you don't got one of these on your shoulder for a reason, and it's because of my GOAT. It's because of my GOAT. I'm so looking forward to that match, bro. Finally, we get to see CM Punk back in action. Hopefully, like, everything's going as planned and he'll be cleared for the match. But like, this feud has, I don't know how they maintain this feud from the Royal Rumble, the Raw after the Royal Rumble, till now. And it's been magic every time. Like, every Punk promo, I'm looking forward to it. Every Drew promo, I'm looking forward to it. The backstage segments where we got it was Drew beating Punk's ass. The beginning portion where Drew was chasing around Punk and shit like that. Now we got this new addition because Punk does things his way and he interfered in Seth's match. Now we got Seth into this fold, so that's jumping off of where Punk's next feud could potentially be. I don't know. It's a bunch of variables in this match that I'm just like, I want to see the conclusion to this match. I want to see it. I want to see it so bad. So yeah, that's definitely my most anticipated match going into SummerSlam. But that's all I got for you guys. Those are my WWE opinions. I just wanted to make a quick WWE video because I hadn't made one in a while. Just sharing my thoughts on the current landscape of WWE and how things are going. So if you guys enjoyed this or like content similar to this in nature, please make sure you drop a like as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you get notified every time that I post a video. This has been Maurice, Sports Historian, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.